Coming up, the zoo achieves a distinguishing honor. Two local businesses celebrate big expansion in Norfolk, new developments for the Amtrak, and those who use passenger rail out of Norfolk, a new program to assist veterans transitioning into civilian workforce, and a special ceremony brings new families together in time for the holidays. These and many more stories from Lambert's Point to Larimore, coming up on Norfolk News Now. Welcome to the December edition of Norfolk News Now. I'm Karen Parker Chesson. Thanks for joining us. Norfolk's 35th Street got a little bit brighter with the most recent Better Block project. Residents came out to enjoy pop-up businesses, street performers, and music shows.
What brings us out to Better Block is just that. We want to create a better block. We're trying to generate some activity here. We're trying to take some of these businesses that have been vacant for some time and to fill them with what we call pop-up businesses. The idea is that these pop-up businesses will like what they see. They'll come in and they'll try something out. Maybe they'll do some experimental type of business situation, and if it works out for them, it will turn. The hope is that it will turn into a permanent business, and that the owners of these pieces of property will benefit from that. Those who are seeking to generate or start a business will, for maybe the first time in their lives, be able to start a business that will be profitable and beneficial to the community, creating jobs, generating revenue, etc., etc.
The two-day event took place on 35th Street between Colonial Avenue and Gosnell Avenue and was kicked off with the lighting of 35th Street's historic Newport Plaza marquee.
3, 2, 1.
Originally, this was the Newport Theater. The theater portion of it has became in deterioration, and it was torn down. It was demolished maybe a year or so ago, a little better than a year ago. The theater was torn down. So the front portion of the building, which is now used for a retail business, is still there. And so it's been a long time, and I've been in this neighborhood, in this community for a number of years, and I know it's been at least 35 years since that marquee has been lit up. So it's historic for us.
Better Block efforts take place all around the country to actively engage communities and attract permanent businesses. This is the second Better Block project. Remember how every Christmas you could go sit on Santa's lap and tell him exactly what you wanted for Christmas? Well, it sounds like no big deal, right? Well, imagine being deaf or hard of hearing and how difficult that would be. Well, one day in late November, MacArthur Mall solved that problem by getting a visit from a signing Santa. Hearing impaired children got the chance to visit with Santa, and by using American Sign Language, they told him exactly what they wanted for Christmas.
I thought it was great. We took pictures last year. Was no difference to me. He actually learned to say thank you in sign language, which is great. So I'm sure he'll be practicing at home. We had a good experience.
It was the second year in a row that MacArthur Mall got a visit from a signing Santa.
Last year when we did it, I thought, okay, we'll do this every year. I mean, it was, I call it kind of a box of Kleenex moment, because you see these kids who have really never had the opportunity. They know who Santa is, they know what Santa does, but they haven't been able to talk to Santa. So today they can actually do that. They can use sign language and they can communicate with Santa, and they can talk about the reindeer and the sleigh and the gifts that they want and what kind of cookies Santa wants and what they're doing for the holidays. And when you see the smiles on the kids' faces, I mean, that's all you need.
You and yours can come see Santa now through Christmas at MacArthur Center, and don't forget about the ice skating rink and the Ferris wheel just outside. A year ago, Norfolk and the entire region celebrated the return of passenger rail to Hampton Roads. Now, a celebration for the first passenger rail station in Norfolk since 1977. City and state officials celebrated the opening of the new station, which offers amenities to improve the travel experience.
Included within its modern architecture is a spacious lounge where passengers can wait for the train in comfort, along with other amenities designed to enhance the passenger's experience. The building was also designed with an eye to the future and can be easily expanded as that becomes necessary. With the Harbor Park Light Rail Station, regular HRT bus service, ferry service, and now a train passenger terminal, the long-held vision of establishing a major intermodal regional transportation hub in downtown has been achieved.
The 3,500 square foot facility, new passenger rail station, features vaulted ceilings, wide glass windows, and a covered platform, and includes a spacious waiting area, ticket counter, and restrooms. Portfolio Recovery Associates, a financial and business services company operating in the U.S. and the U.K., celebrated the opening of expanded facilities at its Norfolk headquarters to play a key role in managing PRA's continued growth. PRA expanded its call center and professional offices and now leases 130,000 square feet of space in the Riverside Crossing campus, PRA's headquarters since 1999. Mayor Paul Frame attended the expansion ceremony and praised PRA as a model corporate citizen. The company added 45 new jobs in Norfolk this year and plans to hire more than 30 new employees before year end. And another company just completed a major expansion project. Black and White Cabs recently celebrated a big expansion in the Mermaid City. The Norfolk Taxi Company recently cut the ribbon on a renovation that will expand their 63-year-old business, including taking over a gas station that sits in between Chesapeake Boulevard and Sewell's Point Road across the street from their current location. The $600,000 renovation is a major plus for both the company and for the city of Norfolk.
I know in preparation it took about a year to get here, but I know many years this has been a dream of hers, and she's persevered, and we're here. And I just want to thank you again for your commitment again to this community, and more importantly to the city of Norfolk, and how important your operation is in transportation and getting folks from the base to downtown or from the airport. You truly make a difference in the city of Norfolk.
Normally, all the public thinks about, as far as taxi cab service is concerned, is the voice on the phone or the actions of the driver. They are our frontline troops, so to speak. But like all frontline troops, they need an effective support system. Our hope is that this facility here will provide support far into the future. So we're excited to share this moment with you, our partners. We all work together to serve our fellow citizens here in our community.
Its new state-of-the-art dispatch system will provide an improved customer service experience. Black and White Cab averages more than 160,000 calls per month in the call center, and 22,000 trips are made per week. The City of Norfolk has teamed up with Goodwill and Financial Education and literary advisors FELA to launch Valor, or Veterans Assistance for Learning, Opportunity, and Readiness. Valor is a financial health assessment and training program coupled with job readiness services for area military that will help them focus on civilian careers to best meet their personal and financial goals. Military personnel who regularly access civilian job readiness services from Goodwill or the City of Norfolk will be encouraged to register for LifeSense, FELA's unique, easy-to-use interactive website designed to lead participants toward increased financial health and wellness competencies. The City of Norfolk will feature a link to LifeSense on its website and also introduce Valor participants to more than 30 area employers who have pledged to hire veterans as part of Virginia Values Veterans V3 through 2014. In addition, the City of Norfolk and FELA will coordinate in measuring and documenting the impact and outcomes of the Valor initiatives. For more information on the program, visit Valor USA. When we come back, the Norfolk Sheriff's Office shares Thanksgiving blessings with those in need, a preview of Virginia Arts Festival's new season, and a historic neighborhood comes together to celebrate a recent honor bestowed upon them.
It's easy and safe to roll together on Norfolk's roads. This is one of Norfolk's new Sharrows. Sharrows remind motorists to slow their roll and treat bikes like other vehicles. Bikes have just as much right to the road. If you can't pass by more than 2 feet, slow down and wait. They also remind bicyclists to know their role by traveling with traffic and obeying all signals and signs. It's up to all of us to share the road because we roll together.
Welcome back to the Triple N. This holiday season, some great Norfolk families got the holiday gift of a lifetime. The Triple N's John Linka went to court to explain.
A packed Norfolk Circuit courtroom, but not for a trial. This time, it was for a celebration.
Today, is the celebration of being chosen.
It was the 7th annual Norfolk Adoption Celebration in conjunction with National Adoption Day.
Not because of chance, but because your parents yearned to find you. With hopeful hearts, they searched for you, and with great joy, they found you. And when they had finally found you, they chose you over all others.
This year's chosen ones included these 30 happy foster children who got to come to the front of the courtroom, get a certificate, get their picture taken, and most importantly, officially get their new forever families.
From Augustus Caesar, the first emperor of Rome, to John Lennon of the Beatles, adopted kids have grown up to have a huge impact upon all of our lives. So who knows? Maybe in this room today, there's a future NBA star like NBA star Alonzo Mourning, or a future political leader like adopted kid Jesse Jackson, or a future business leader like adopted kid Dave Thomas, the man who founded Wendy's, or maybe a genius leader like Steve Jobs, who founded Apple. Maybe there's a future president, or someone who finds a cure for cancer, or becomes the first person to set foot on Mars. Time will tell, but one thing we know for sure: whatever you kids do, a lot of the credit will belong to the wonderful people in this room who are your parents.
There's a lifetime reward in adoption with its joys and challenges and expanding families in a way that some people just can't understand. But because of their love and compassion for these children, they are special, and they make this day special.
Javion Scott Porter and Mr. and Mrs. Porter.
I have two beautiful kids that we have adopted, and we were called for another placement, and it was for a 2-year-old, so we were excited about that, and we just love changing lives, and so that's why we decided as a family to do this process again.
That process brought them Javion, happy to join the ever-growing Porter family.
I have sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
And I have daddies and my mom. And I have Drake and Deanna, Jerry and Darius.
Not a bad start to the holiday season.
To have a time of peace within the home, it means a lot, because a lot of children don't have that. And they don't have to lock the doors or feel like someone is going to harm them. That's not happening in our home.
Norfolk's first photo-safe red light cameras are up and running. The cameras are currently at 2 intersections, St. Paul's Boulevard and Brambleton Avenue, and Little Creek Road and Chesapeake Boulevard. Violators will receive citations that require the payment of a $50 fine and access via a link to an online site where they can view photos and a video of their violation and learn how to contest the violation if they choose. The photo-safe violation is not reported to the Division of Motor Vehicles or to the driver's insurance company. A public-private partnership of goodwill and Thanksgiving was delivered to doorsteps throughout the city of Norfolk just in time for Thanksgiving. The Norfolk Sheriff's Office, in conjunction with Norfolk businessman Matt Hales and Port Alliance Federal Credit Union, teamed up to provide 150 frozen turkeys with all the Thanksgiving trimmings to families, seniors, churches, a school, and battered women's shelters. This is the 5th year the Norfolk Sheriff's Office has delivered Thanksgiving baskets to Norfolk citizens who might not otherwise have a complete Thanksgiving meal on the table. Matt Hales of Gateway Business Ventures Incorporated donated the turkeys, and Sheriff Office employees pitched in with all the trimmings. Port Alliance Federal Credit Union joined the partnership this year by donating insulated bags. Sheriff Office volunteers and deputies assisted with the deliveries. The Association of Zoos and Aquariums, AZA, recently presented the Virginia Zoo with accreditation by an independent accreditation commission. To be accredited, the Virginia Zoo underwent a thorough review to ensure it has and will continue to meet rising standards, which include animal care, veterinary programs, conservation education, and safety. The accreditation process includes a detailed application and a meticulous on-site inspection by a team of trained zoo and aquarium professionals. Top officials are interviewed at a formal hearing of Independent Accreditation Commission. AZA requires zoos and aquariums to successfully complete the accreditation process every 5 years in order to be a member of the association. School-aged kids throughout Norfolk got to get down and dirty with trash recently. Okay, well, not so much dirty with trash, but they did get to learn about what is and is not trash. Keep Norfolk Beautiful joined up with Norfolk Public Schools for a 2-week-long natural resources program. Throughout the 2 weeks, 3,400 students learned all about how they could help keep Norfolk beautiful. It all culminated with America Recycles Day, where volunteers from Keep Norfolk Beautiful went into schools throughout the Mermaid City to talk with kids about what can and cannot be recycled.
The kids are actually an easier crowd than adults. And I think the fun of it is them going home and explaining to their parents what is and isn't recycling. And I was just explaining to one of the other adults here today that the best thing that I get out of this is hearing that the kids go home and they tell their parents, you can't recycle that, or you can't pack my lunch in a Ziploc bag because that Ziploc bag is not recyclable. So I think that's the fun part of it, is that the kids can actually educate the parents. It's cheaper to haul away recycling than it is to haul away trash. And right now, we are hauling our trash away much more than recycling. And so if people can think about that too, that they can actually save money at the schools, maybe that'll change their mind.
There are some big performances coming to Norfolk for the 2014 Virginia Arts Festival season. The Triple N's John Linka was there for the big news.
No matter what you love about the arts, the Virginia Arts Festival has an upcoming season just for you. The 2013-2014 season kicks off with a performance by Lang Lang in February. Stuart Copeland spotlights the month of April. Best known as drummer for The Police, he'll debut his new score from the 1925 film Ben-Hur, and he'll perform it with the Virginia Arts Festival Orchestra on April 19th at Chrysler Hall.
It'll be a big night, and I hope to see you there at the Virginia Arts Festival in spring 2014 for the world premiere of this strange collaboration.
But perhaps the biggest draw will be the May performances of the Dance Theater of Harlem, kicking off a 3-year agreement to perform at the Arts Fest.
It is a tremendous honor to be a part of this festival, but it also gives us a chance to really come together with the community, to really bring the excellence that is the Dance Theater of Harlem company and performance, but also to make use of our arts education program to engage the community with community outreach, arts education, special programs that will actually take people inside the work of Dance Theater of Harlem and use this art form of ballet to tell important stories. The new Dance Theater of Harlem company is made up of 18 dancers. It's a tremendous, talented young group of dancers who are doing a very fresh and new repertoire. And the works that we're doing here at the Virginia Arts Festival are really spectacular in that they're going to be done to live music for the first time. The work that we're doing with chorus and orchestra, Gloria, that was choreographed by Robert Garland, and the music is by Francis Poulenc, was created for the new company. It was our signature work for the new company. This is going to be the first time it's going to be done live. It's going to be a thrilling thing. It is a work that has a full orchestra and chorus and 14 dancers on stage, including 7 young dancers from the Norfolk area who are part of the cast. It's been a great pleasure to do this ballet across the country, but this is literally the first time it will be done live. I'm so looking forward to giving our dancers at Dance Theater of Harlem the chance to experience what the electricity that comes from an orchestra playing, the combination of dancers and orchestra together on stage is electrifying.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg of what you can expect this year at the 18th Annual Virginia Arts Festival. To learn more and to reserve your tickets, just go to vafest.org. For Norfolk News Now, I'm John Linka.
Residents of West Freemason came together to celebrate their selection as one of the American Planning Association's top 10 neighborhoods for 2013. A plaque honoring the award was unveiled on the historic Pagoda Oriental Restaurant and Garden.
The Freemason area is certainly one of the great neighborhoods in America. We know it now, everybody else knows it. The notes I have is that the Freemason area was actually put to, platted in the late 18th century. People were walking, on foot and with horse. And then the integration of the new that has been really so well done here that really creates a great place to live. Since the 1980s or so, the city has invested about $156 million in trying to maintain the neighborhood, bring it up to standards. But the result of that is now that the valuation down here is over $2 billion.
What it really does is for the city. The city is now one of the top 10 cities, great American, all-American cities, as recognized by the National Civic League Association. Now we add this other award, plus the top entrepreneurial city award that we've got. So when businesses are thinking of coming here, you've got all these neat things that we're talking about. Great neighborhoods, great cities, great entrepreneurs, workers coming from the Navy, for example. So I think it's going to help the city more than it's going to help West Freemason. We feel very, very good about it.
West Freemason was selected for its distinct neighborhood character, historic architecture, and successful revitalization efforts. The Norfolk City Council went on a field trip earlier this month to the Virginia Zoo. Why? Well, the Virginia Zoo will soon complete construction of a new state-of-the-art animal hospital. And our man, John Linka, was on the scene with council for an up-close look at this Norfolk first.
The entry to the Animal Wellness Campus will be through here. Our goal is that this will be planted as a fruit orchard from this point forward to the train track right there. You'll walk through that fruit orchard on a visitor path. Then that'll open to the courtyard of the Animal Wellness Campus, which is straight ahead of us. But you can see the building is that kind of macaroni and cheese orange. That's a recycled resin board material. You'll get an up-close look at it in a minute. The exterior bricks are made out of recycled human waste. So don't touch the building. I think I've warned you before. And then the outside, we're working with Dominion Power right now.
That was a joke, right?
But we're working with Dominion Power right now to shade that outdoor courtyard there. We can build a giant solar panel. So rather than putting up a shade structure, it'll be a giant solar table. And we've also talked to them about leasing that building roof and this building roof to generate power, solar power for Dominion Power. So it's kind of remarkable. We'll see if that comes around. But from the exterior here too, if you look at the far side of the building, it looks just like the drawings I showed you about a year ago. The windows all the way to the left are an apartment for interns, medical interns, education interns. The next 4 windows looks into a laboratory where we do a lot of animal blood chemistries and that kind of work. Then the first wide window open area there, if you split that in 2 on the left, is an animal treatment room, then an animal surgery, and then this next small space is a doctor's scrub room. So you get to view right into all of that. Then when you turn the corner, that whole space there is our animal diet kitchen where you can see diets being prepared. Then the smaller windows work into a wash bay station and an animal enrichment area where we kind of build animal toys. We're going to start with the zoo kitchen. You can see that the whole facility has really good flow for any animal patient you might have in the zoo. We have a back perimeter road that goes around Africa here and then one that goes through Asia. So any patient can be backed up to the hospital portion there. Then this is the back of our kitchen where deliveries will be accepted. We'll go right in here and peek at all this great stuff. So this is our diet kitchen. You can see all of this great viewing in. You can see we have a lot of skylights throughout the facility, so there's no electrical lights on right now in this area. We've got a walk-in freezer, cooler, and another freezer over there. Of course, we use a lot of produce, and then frozen diets. This has a glass front, so we can rack food right here, so that's kind of always on display to visitors, because it has a side door that we can use over there. I've given a lot of kitchen tours, and I think it's one of the most popular tours to kids when they come to the zoo. And their favorite thing is to look into a giant freezer and feel the chill of the cold, you know, the Arctic breeze out of a freezer like this. These are all loaded from the back, so it's also got that great flow overall. Our keepers would come to this back door and drop dirty animal dishes. They go into a wash bay right over here. So this is just like a restaurant kitchen where all those things will be washed. And then they're moved into the kitchen. So it's dirty in, clean out over at that end. But you can imagine, if everybody imagine you're 6 years old and you're this tall and you get to peek into a room like this where we're going to label a lot of the things you see. We think we're going to do thought bubbles hanging from the ceiling with educational messages or to describe the room to them. But to myself, I think it's just going to be really exciting and different. I think it's probably one of the most unique facilities in the zoo business, and certainly on the East Coast. This is where an animal patient would enter the hospital right here, and the first indicator of an animal's really health and well-being is how much it weighs. So if anybody would like to stand on the scale here, or we can get a council weight or an assistant city manager weight. This whole building is really designed so that we can look at animals and observe animals ourselves, but we can also give great tours of this building. This looks into a hoof stock area where we might have zebras or kangaroos in quarantine or holding. That room right there is for large carnivores or apes. We still have to move a lot of their furniture in, but it's the basic facility right now. So this is the doctor's scrub area. You press this with your leg and that's soap and water. Then this is the animal surgery room. You can see that we've really designed it with this artificial wood floor. If you've been into a delivery room in a human hospital, they do a lot of floors like this to make it less that clinical, sterile, feeling unfriendly environment. So we've kind of interpreted the same thing here with this artificial surgical quality flooring or hospital quality flooring to kind of warm up the atmosphere so it looks a little bit more inviting and more like what a friendly science or experience. So this room is the treatment room. An animal would first come in here, and if I have this right, there's a wet table, one of Dr. Amanda's favorite things, that goes here so you can do just about any animal procedure on, and it has a whole draining system, and that's why drains are here. But so that table would be approximately here. Everybody could watch from there. And that's a piece of furniture that's permanently installed in here. Otherwise, all of the furniture that goes in a room like this is mobile. Like when you go to a hospital now, everything is rolled to the patient, so you're not disturbing that patient. So we've got some really neat equipment and items coming in. But like I said, even our X-ray machine is mobile, and it's just a small box with a handle. Bob knows how we use that. And you just put it up to the patient. I mean, even if it's an elephant in the exhibit, you put it up to it, and that X-ray immediately goes up into a laptop computer, and you can read that wherever you are. So it's just as great as the radiology that's available to humans nowadays. Through these doors is our laboratory, so there's great windows to look in there. We, of course, use like microscopes and other magnifying elements, so you can watch that. Then there's a pharmacy next to that. This room right here is in an apartment for interns. Right there is a kitchen. So that intern would use the kitchen over here, but that apartment can be bunked out for two. I did that at my last zoo, but it has shower, bathroom, all those sorts of facilities. This is an ICU area here, which has a window right into our vet tech office, which is right here. And down this hallway on the right is the vet office. Then we have a conference room and our vet tech office.
That wraps up the December edition of Norfolk News Now on the Triple N. Thanks for watching Norfolk's Neighborhood Network for all things Norfolk. I'm Karen Parker Chesson. Take care of yourself and your city and celebrate life daily.